5th-ranked St. John's Red Storm. This has a chance to be a tremendous ball game, and here we go. And the Crimson Tide will be on LeBaron Philon Jr.
Like my mom says, better get your tinny runners out. Better get your tinny runners out, because it's going to be a track meet today, Dave.
The intensity yesterday, Rick Pitino's practice was amazing. There's Moet way outside. He hits a three, and Bama off to a good start.
And here's what you have to understand. Nate Oates wants his guys to take the quickest, best shot. So that shot clock may not get into 10 seconds before they take a shot.
To the edge of 4, down low, can't get it. Didn't win the muscle battle, and Bama back on the counter very quickly.
Just keep your eye on that shot clock, and there aren't going to be any mid-range shots either for the Crimson Tide. This is a deep shot team or at the rim team.
In the corner, they go to Sherrill. Knocked away. Nice. Way outside his edge at 4. Rick Pitino, head coach of the Red Storm, his 3rd season here at St. John's, 38th overall. Last year won 3 of the 4 major Coach of the Year awards in men's college basketball.
So this is interesting. In their first game against North Dakota, Alabama didn't take one shot under 4 seconds. So credit already St. John's defense.
Flip shot, nothing there. Battle for it. Here comes St. John's, and they're going to counter themselves. Going back is Bryce. And he makes it. How about that? That's a great transition by Bryce Hopkins.
It's so awesome to see him on the floor playing and healthy. He's only played 17 games the last 2 seasons. When he was at Providence with that knee.
Running shot, no good there by Philon, and here comes St. John's again. How about your bigs leading the break? Look at this! Mitchell can't get it. Leaps for Hopkins, and a quick turnaround right there.
This St. John's team is built with a bunch of grown men. They are grown-ups on that side. They know how to play the game. They play together, unselfish, and they are strong.
Almost a travel there. To the hoop. Oh, challenge. Philon had to give it up. In the corner. No good. Get it back out. Good pump fake. And a shot no good by Holloway.
And that's what they do. You got to credit St. John's already. They forced some quick shots. They forced a mid-range shot.
Look at Sellers to the rack. Denied. And taken away by Bo Bolin. Sherrill. Big man on big man. Yeah. And he got it to go.
Sherrill's got a big body, too. Really does a nice job as a big guy. He can step out and shoot it. He didn't take a lot of threes last year, but he was all close to about 38, 39%. So he can step out as well.
There's Dylan Mitchell. Edge of 4, tees up a 3 and hits. Preseason Big East Player of the Year. Only returning starter for St. John's. Philon gives it up to Bolin. Philon way outside, beyond the NBA, or well beyond the NBA arc, and a rebound goes to Sanam.
And that's what they do. How about after the tournament, they had 4 players on their roster, and 2 of them were medical red shirts.
Elite 8 and Final 4 the last couple of years.
That's how you put it together in a hurry.
Look at the look at the pace by Holloway. Gets it to drop.
Yeah, Holloway's another one of those guys. He's I call them front-footed players. They just try to get downhill. They keep you on your heels. He's a nice compliment to Philon Jr.
Edge of 4 gets jams it on him. Posterized him. 9-7 St. John's. Back in a hurry. The Tide. This is a long possession. The clock's down to 15.
Yeah.
How about that? Oh, nice blow by it. Line up for St. John's. Dylan Mitchell out. Holloway at the line. Free throw's good. Junior guy from Charlotte, North Carolina. And for Alabama's Davion Hannon, number 4. This is pretty much the start we figured we were going to get.
I mean,
Hopkins way outside.
It's going to come down to really taking care of the basketball and obviously trying to get some stops.
Jackson. Pull up. Back rim, no good. That shot by Simon. Back come the Tide.
Nice to see Latrell Wrightsell back. Torn Achilles. Looks good. He's got a little bandage on that hand, but he's on the floor for them. That's an inspiration for the Crimson Tide.
Williamson coming over them.
Johns wants. You can take them, but they're going to be contested. I just think when you get in a one-on-one situation with your bigs for St. John's, you got to protect them a little bit. Got to be ready to sag in and help in the paint.
Well, I like these guards matchup. Both teams, strong physical guards. The quickness. Here's going for the jam and completing it. Beautifully done by Amari Allen. What a feed.
I love Amari Allen. I know there's a lot of talk about some great freshmen around the country, but Amari Allen is going to make a name for himself this year. Number 2 player out of Wisconsin. He is special.
Sinan, challenge, turned away, and here come the Tide.
This is what he can do. He can run the point. He can play 3 or 4 positions.
Look at that 3. Look at that distance, and he knocked it down. Wow, that was way outside. 8-0 run by the Tide.
Yeah, having Latrell Wrightsell back is huge for the Tide.
Hopkins trying to answer, doesn't. Rebound, Ojapor partially blocked. He'll go to the line.
Make some money, be making money this year in the league, but they come back to their team. It says a lot about the coaching staff at St. John's as well. Now, I know people are going to say, hey, maybe he makes more staying in school than he makes in the NBA. That's just the world we're in now. But it says a lot about Zuby Ejiofor's character to come back and try to continue to win for St. John's.
Ejiofor, look at the Tide getting the ball up quickly. Ilon drives right into Ruben Pray. Oh, nice block by Ian Jackson. Seduko Ibine Ayo is in the game for St. John's. Number 2, Hopkins fade away. Got it.
It's his game. Tell you what, again, this is what college basketball is all about. Continuing to root for a guy who's battled back from a major knee injury and now having some success early this season. And you can't move on that.
Moving pick.
Got to stay still. And that's the difficulty at times for officials in a game like this, to continue to keep the game clean. You know it's up and down. You know there's going to be a lot of deep shots, physicality, but you have to set good screens. I give credit to the officiating crew for continuing to keep things clean.
That was on Sherrell, his first. Ruben Prays in the game for St. John's, number 17. Here he is, a deep 3 from him, in and out. Easy rebound, goes.
He can make that, but you'd like to see him go up and down a few times before he takes that, Dave.
Tough shot. Pray with a rebound. They let him play. And let him play. Ayo. So Hopkins way outside. He's got a mismatch physically. He's going to try to take him. Got that shoulder in his chest. Fadeaway's good. So strong.
And this is why
you and I were working the game when he got hurt.
Yeah, we were.
January of 24.
You're absolutely right. And
right in front of us.
He left Kentucky, and Providence saw something in him. He didn't get a lot of minutes at Kentucky.
Deep 3 from outside, an air ball. They battle for it, and Hopkins throws it up. The
it's hard to sustain that when you get closer to March.
And a little bump there.
I think for any continuity, Dave,
Jackson
to have 10 playing all year long, it's a tough thing to do. I think those usually get reduced down to about 8. But listen, things work their way out when you have 10. Sometimes, you know, some injuries happen. You feel more confident with certain guys, and then that number will get closer to 8 as they get closer deep into Big East play, but closer to March.
And given this pace, you better have 10.
I mean, yes, this time of year especially.
Looking to inbound. They saved there by Sherrell. Ilon try to out-quick play. 13 on the shot clock. Back rims that free throw. Grenade Oates, his first game coaching at the Garden. His previous trip to Madison Square Garden was to see Billy Joel's 150th concert here at the world's most famous arena.
How about this? Bowen has something you can't teach. 7'2" wingspan, Dave. I don't know if you know how tall 7'2" is, but that's his wingspan. That's really, the last time I checked, it's a pretty long wingspan.
London Jamison back in the game. Look at this pressure by the Tide. Dylan Mitchell at the point here.
Yeah,
he's a big guard.
Love his versatility.
Oh, might be a foul call because the Bama player looked like he got on the back. Biggest lead, 6 points for the Tide. Prey misses that one wide left. Rebound. In a hurry, Phylon. Oh, nice slip pass. Oh, he went for the big poster dunk. It came down hard, and he's in pain. Oh, my goodness. And a block. How about the athleticism? And now we got to stop play. Davion Hanna, boy, he went for a big-time poster type dunk and landed badly.
Is take your time, get a good shot. You're not Alabama. You don't need to be. You are St. John's.
Yeah, the power game working too with some good guards. But this Alabama team, boy, I like the athleticism and basketball IQ, and that shot, tough one right there. Rebound goes to Sellers.
Your individual defense has to be on point against Alabama, that's for sure.
Jackson lets it fly. Back rim, no good. One-hand rebound by Jamison, who's back in the game. Holloway looking to shake. Boy, look at this step back.
Good defense, though. Jackson, really nice job staying in front.
Byline. Oh, nice steal and a breakout. Jackson lays it up and in.
That help defense is so big. Being active, using those hands, helping a teammate out.
Byline, boy, looking at deep jack there by Millette. Rebound by Prey above everybody. St. John's getting into a nice little rhythm here. Sellers down the lane, turned away. Now let him play. Numbers here for Bama. Byline going to the basket. Finishes with the left hand.
I like the no call there. A lot of times officials see the bodies bang and then one go to the floor and they blow the whistle. I love that they let him play through that. That's some good officiating right there.
And Millette going to be
from beginning to end.
Well, Rick Pitino in his third year at St. John's. They won the Big East regular season and the Big East tournament last year. Just a tough second round defeat in the NCAA tournament. So now knocks down the first free throw. 1-1 in effect. Dave Sims, Donnie Marshall, and crew on hand here at the Garden. This place is rocking. St. John's fans have really come out. A lot of Bama fans here this afternoon as well here in New York City.
It's a nice job by Santa. Josan Santa is one of those guys who he comes off the bench, instant offense for St. John's.
Boy, how about the speed of Aiden Holloway with the ball? I mean, he is a flyer getting up the floor.
This is what I like. That call you can do without. You can do without that call. The game is going at a nice pace. There's no advantage created there. I do not like that call, and neither does anyone in the building that's wearing red.
Byline, Holloway. You got to guard him out there because he can tee it up. Step back, long three, and he got it. Woo! Good looking shot by the junior guard from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Goodness, it is a thing of beauty.
Edge of four, answer, simple.
You're leaving me that wide open. I'm going to take one dribble right into it. That's just too easy by Alabama. You have to get up into Zuby Ejiofor just a little bit.
Holloway flipped it, and he's got it. Boy, he's starting to put on a show. He's got 10 points. That's game high. Ejiofor, they're going to leave him alone. Wow, he got the friendly rim.
My man is
So Ejiofor
that is
breaking
his
up some points. He's got 11.
Dave, that is his area. That 15-footer, he's going to make that all day. You keep leaving him that open.
Holloway. Wow, they're challenging everything. Turning the corner, down the lane. Stuck for a moment. Shot clock at 4. Rare to see him get this deep. Here's Russell launching from way outside. He hits! Wow!
I tell you, he just adds so much more dimension, right? So having him on the floor and healthy again, awesome to see him back out there. Everybody's going for these things. Like 2 mustaches over my eyes. It's the only hair I have on my face, man.
Yeah, I got you. Ejiofor's got a really good stroke. 26-25, 8:56 to go here in the first half. 12 points for Ejiofor. He now has a game high. 10 points for Holloway for Alabama. Big East's most improved player last year, kept alive. What do we have? Stay right here, St. John's.
So now these are the tough spots when you see a challenge and your player's doing the whirly-bird in the air. You have to understand what's happening here. You can't take that from your player every single time now, Dave.
Exactly right.
I think the other part is you have to be waiting there. He's got 12 points, doing a great job. He's 4 or 5 from the field, a couple of rebounds in only 7 minutes.
Holloway controlling his to Russ. I think that Reitzel and left a little bit short. Got it back. Loose ball. Bowen's got it. Get a new clock. Holloway, nice give and go down low. And a flip shot missed.
He just didn't need the dribble though.
Sure didn't. Boy, the pump fake there, buying a lot of the pump fakes. Wow, what a shot there by Reitzel. He's got 9 points, all threes.
He is showing them everything from behind that arc.
29-25 Alabama.
I love the patience right here St. John's is showing. Look at that.
Sanan, no, too strong. By Ejiofor. He's got 14. Boy, don't blink in this game. Layup, beautifully done. What a penetration there by Holloway. You hear coaches say it all the time, you gotta get back.
I mean, you need 2 back for Holloway, though.
Yeah.
You need some help. It really shows you what potentially he could be when you think about where he was picked on the Big East team, first team all Big East. And he hasn't really played in 2 seasons. People, I think, know how good he can really be, and he's showing a little bit of it today. Got to make the free throws, though.
Mylon gets it back. Boy, really putting a shake and bake on Ejiofor. Step away, Holloway with 10 on the shot clock. Holloway, Mylon, deep 3, left it a little short. Bull.
That's what he does. He's got that length.
Oh, nice look inside for the jam.
Yeah.
Beautifully done. Hayden Sherrill with the bucket.
I love the fact that Alabama is used to playing fast, 10 seconds off the clock, they're shooting, but they're having patience because they see the closeouts and still getting the shots they want.
And a foul as Mitchell was in a world of trouble there in the lane. Left-hander transfer from North Carolina. Back home in New York City from the Bronx to our Savior Lutheran. It's on the Naismith preseason player of the year watch list. 6'5" guard. Sadiko Ibin-Ayo is in the game for Jackson.
Yeah, Sadiko's another one of those players that's very versatile. Can shoot the 3, you can move him around a couple different positions, plays so hard.
Mylon penetrates to Holloway, good ball movement. This team can really pump fake. Ball down in the lane, fade away, got it.
Yeah, it's either a 3 or in the paint. There aren't going to be a lot of mid-range shots outside of the paint, even around the free throw line for Alabama. It is all about analytics for Nate Oates.
Hopkins, back rim, rebound Holloway, and a foul on the play. And it's going to go against the Tide. So Sherrill picks up the foul. It's his second. And Bama's going to go back to the bench. Here's Ejiofor at the line again. Ejiofor coming in. His previous stop before coming to St. John's, he was at Kansas. He had 25 games, didn't score much in his first year there. Collins on Janika in the game now. Here's Ejiofor. Trying to cut into this lead. Boy, he's having a tough go at the line.
Yeah.
Bylon quickly back. Nice slip pass. Ball with the right hand going left. Boy, good setup there by Phylon.
Yeah, and again, Taylor Bowen is so versatile. Alabama, 20 points in the paint and 15 points from behind the three-point line. That is balance.
Indeed. 7 points, the biggest lead for the Tide.
No mid-range points. It's just not what they do.
Shot clock running down. Ejiofor. And he hits that one. Having a hard time making free throws today, but he's got 17 points.
That is Zubyville. That's what I call that. That is his neighborhood. That 15-foot, 16-foot jump shot. Call that Zubyville. He's making all those.
Outside. Tough drive. Bol, a 3-ball, no rebound. Goes to St. John's Josiah Sellers. Wow, turned away, and a foul in the play. Him, Stanford, and Southern Cal. Rick Pitino said he needed a guard that really can shoot it.
Yeah, got a beautiful
he fits that bill. 7-point lead down to 3. Runner went for the dunk and alley-oop setup. Turned to be a turnover. Running the floor. As Ejiofor with the jam. Great recognition on that pass. Wow, look at this pace. Frenetic. Deep 3. Right side in and out. Right so. Hopkins challenging in traffic. No, he'll shoot a couple.
Zuby Ejiofor and Bryce Hopkins are so athletic that they catch that ball 10 feet and in, and they just know what to do with it. There's a wonderful finish. Great pass from Sellers to Zuby Ejiofor. And then Bryce Hopkins, they have the power and the athletic ability to contort away from that, and they don't shy away from the contact.
Not at all.
It's what makes them so tough around the basket. They have great speed for their size as well.
Hopkins are now 12 out of 16 at the line. St. John's. Alabama just 2 for 3. Ian Jackson back in the lineup for St. John's. Good trip by Hopkins. 11th lead change at 8:01 for St. John's. Good shake down in the lane. Flip shot is good. Oh, he is impressive.
Too easy. Got to stay in front of guys. Again, you're so concerned about guys shooting out to that three-point line. You just don't have the help when the ball gets downhill.
And the quickness of Phylon is just outstanding. Sellers. Pull up. Didn't get it. Kept alive. Loose ball. It's Alabama ball. They got numbers ahead. Holloway waiting for some help. Right, so boy, he's so quick. Missed it though. Hopkins lead out for Sellers. Sellers on the attack. Leaf for a Hopkins, blocked by Bol Bolin. Heck of a play. Look at the athleticism in this game. Edge of 4 through the feet of Ojinaka. Here's a block. Bol Bolin to the hole. Man, you talk about a pace. You talk. Third season, which returns on Fox on Friday, March 27th. Get a big bang for your entertainment dollar this afternoon here at Madison Square Garden, everybody. What a ball game as Bol Bolin gets the first free throw to go. 2-point lead for Alabama. Good roll there, and the lead now is 3. Bryce Hopkins playing like a point forward here. Gets in a lane, not free, but here comes Alabama. Holloway, all kinds of quicks. Dribble driving into a corner.
And you'll see there, Allen's not pulling up from that 12 feet either. He's getting that ball back out.
By long.
Zuby, they called it on Jackson. Yeah, interesting.
Jackson picks up the foul.
That's a tough one.
Sure is. Sosan Sinan is back in number 3 for St. John's.
Again, Salmon is one of those guys who comes in. He's instant offense for St. John's.
Holloway's got 14.
Keeps the pressure on the defense.
Hopkins getting a lot of handle here. Edge of 4. He and Hopkins playing catch.
8 games in the last two years. I mean, you make this 18, 19 now, but including this season, but those injuries, Achilles, ACLs, they were really, really hard to come back, and maybe not as much physically as mentally, and he's done that. You can see that already.
Yeah, I remember last year, second half of the season, going up there to Providence, they said he had shut it down just to be in position to do what he's doing now or something else.
Yeah.
Well, here we go, 42-40 with almost 2.5 to go. Quickly, back the other way. 3 ball, no. Boy, look at the battle for the rebound. And Sherrill comes up empty. Deep release outside, in and out. That was Sellers.
See, I think that's a little quick for St. John's. I really do.
Sherrill, big man, teeing it up. And there, boy, he's got unusual rotation on that shot.
And he can do it. He took some last season, usually from the left side, either the left corner or that left wing. He's really comfortable there, and you're right, the rotation wasn't the prettiest, but it was pretty going through the net.
Edge of 4, down low, and a turnover.
We've seen a couple passes like that from Zuby edge of 4, too low. I don't like Zuby edge of 4 as a distributor, as a facilitator. I like him getting that ball in the paint and going up strong and scoring.
Yep, Holloway. Sherrill feeling it. Didn't get it this time, and a rebound ripped down by Dylan Mitchell. There's Sellers back the other way. Edge of 4. Oh, he had his position. Couldn't get it to him. Alabama gets the rebound. Boy, they do a great job tracking down loose balls.
Yeah, the guards for St. John's are going to have to step up a little bit here. Zuby edge of 4, 19. Hopkins 13. No guard has more than 2 points for St. John's. They're going to have to help put some pressure on the guards of Alabama.
Step back. Ouch! That is beautiful. Largest lead for the Crimson Tide. They're up by 8. I like the fearlessness of these guards for Alabama. Well, jump stop, edge of 4. And he got fouled by Sherrill.
That's more like it. You don't want him passing down there. As soon as he gets in the paint, that's his area to go to work.
15, 18 and in, that's his game.
Yeah, look, this is just awesome. The nice little step back. Santa can't recover in time. That's what Alabama does. Again, the guards for St. John's have 8 points. And the only way you're going to slow down a Holloway, a Reitzel, the only way you are going to slow those guys, a Phylon, is if you make them defend on this end. And really, they haven't had to defend because all the pressure's coming from edge of 4 and Hopkins.
This next free throw will be number 21 in the first half, the 21st free throw for St. John's this half.
I'm with Coach Pitino. I think some of those shots in transition just a little too fast. You don't allow Hopkins or Ejiofor to get down to get a rebound. You got to move that ball once or twice.
Ejiofor with 21 points, 13 points for Hopkins, 14 for Holloway for Alabama, and 9 from Reitzel. Casper Poto is in the game, number 6 for St. John's.
Look, the saving grace for St. John's, they're 1 for 7 from 3, Dave. They are 17 of 21 from the foul line.
Keeping them in it.
And that's what's keeping them in this game. And it's slowing the pace down a little bit as well.
Final minute of play. Pylon looking for room. Reitzel, step through. And it'll keep it right here. It'll be Alabama ball with 10 seconds.
I'm surprised they didn't call a trip there. I thought that was a trip on Reitzel. I thought the defense got there a little late and caused him to fall.
Noah Williamson coming in and replaces Onjiaka. Pylon with 8 on the shot clock. He looks at the clock. Fends off. Runner in the lane is good. Boy, Nate Oates was on the other side of the court, and
wow.
And the referee saw it.
Come on, man.
It's a different time from the late great Lou Carnesecca's days and Joe Lapchick.
Yeah. Goodness. What a treat.
Oh, they blitz Hopkins.
Ooh. And you did the right thing. You run to him, but you just can't get too handsy. You got him where you want him.
Sure did.
You got to now shade him a certain way. You can't reach in. Again, this is what's keeping them in the game, Dave. 21. This is their 22nd and 23rd free throw of the half.
The fact that Rick is scoring so much with him at power forward, that's saying something about the guards that he's taking that out of their hands.
He's running. He's playing point forward right now. He and Zuby Ejiofor, but I know the conversation at halftime is going to have to be, our guards have to step in. You got to step up and put some pressure on Alabama's guards at some point here.
The Alabama guards are outstanding this first half.
I mean, 16 to 6 in fouls. Alabama 16, St. John's 6. That's again keeping St. John's in this game.
50 to 44, just under 20 seconds to go. Tough time getting it inbounds. Pylon gets it across. Going for the last shot, 10 seconds to go. First half. Bama by 6. Pylon sets up Reitzel. No, they go to Holloway. A triple and he hits. The Crimson Tide with a good way. Let's see how the second half turns out. This has been a wonderfully exciting and entertaining first 20 minutes. Get all the front row fans here, getting them to sit down, and now we're ready to go. There's Ejiofor. He and Hopkins, the two big men, have done a lot of work trying to set things up from the outside. A little give and go with Hopkins, and he got fouled going to the basket as Ejiofor went down low and found his partner. Foul is on the big fella, Collins Ajanika. That's his third.
I think one of the main reasons you want to have a little bit better pace if you're St. John's is to allow Zuby Ejiofor and Bryce Hopkins to get below the foul line or get around the foul line. So one, if the guards do take shots and they miss, there's a chance for them to get those rebounds. Two, you continue to keep them involved in the process offensively, and that keeps pressure on the defense.
Loose ball, and Bama comes up with it and then stolen back by Ejiofor. And a layup. A lot of English on that one, and he got it to go. It was Ian Jackson.
And that's what they need. That's only the 4th turnover of the game for Alabama.
Pylon Pump fake. Missed underneath. Rebound. And it goes to St. John's. Mitchell dug that shoulder. Oh, and he got it to go off the glass. What a quick counter here by St. John's. Holloway turned away. Bylot shows some great quickness. Millett, he got hit. He'll shoot three. That's not a good foul at all by Dylan Mitchell. That's his first.
And the one thing you have to be aware of, if you're a guard for Alabama, really if you're on the floor for Alabama, you cannot stand, because guys will drive, 2-foot jump stop. You got to move to an open space because they're not taking 12-footers. They're not taking 15-footers. That means they're looking for someone on the move. So you have to have constant motion in that offense. If you're Alabama, guys have to move, show themselves, get to open spots, and be ready to catch it and do something with it.
Millett, graduate student, played at Pepperdine the last 3 years. It's a good-looking stroke he's got at the free throw line. Young man from Alameda lead, but the guards have done all the scoring. But it's been a couple of good units here. Edge of four. Jackson, transfer from North Carolina. Fade away. Tough shot. Left it short. Rebound Holloway. Holloway. Nice pass. Down low and converts.
Tell you what, with all the great guard play, Bo Bowen has found a nice little niche in this game. And again, Nate Oates says he can play so many different roles for us, and we've seen that already today.
Bowen with 9. Here's Jackson, deep three, left side, he hits.
He's got to get going. He is instant offense once his head is right.
Crimson tied by 6. 2 minutes gone by. Holloway, no. Kept alive. And the putback is good there by Aiden Sherrill.
Now it's interesting, both of these teams, they don't abandon, even when they're taking long-range shots, they don't abandon the glass. They don't just take off and go the other way.
Hopkins with the free look. And coming away is edge at 4. Step through, layup, got it!
How about a clinic, a footwork clinic by Zuby Ejiofor there.
Millett coming right back with a quick shot. Down by 6 with the ball. Jackson accelerates into paint, lay it up, got it! Timeout. Is Alabama gonna call timeout? No, sir. Play on.
Timeout? Are you kidding me?
Byline. Bowl in the corner. Boy, the ball's moving around. Holloway. Boy, he had it. And he's got him now. Sherrill, big man, no, can't get it to go. Lead out. To the glass, lead up and in. Isaiah Sellers, 2-point game. Back and forth we go. Clock. Right cell looking to step back. Boy, talking about short area quickness. Off the glass and good. Right cell's been fantastic off the bench. He's got 11. 64-58 tied.
Tell you what, Latrell Wrightsell Jr. is really, I mean, we've talked about this. Look, the deflection, he does so much for them, Dave.
Byline, hesitation with the left hand, he completes it. 66-58 Alabama. Alabama 15th in the nation this week. St. John's number 5, and Tide getting it done here so far in the Garden.
And you can see right now what they want. They're allowing Bryce Hopkins to take that 3 if he wants.
Ball.
There was no pressure on him behind that line.
Got a good look at it. Drained it. Wrightsell with another triple. Did an ankle. Got to try to get him out. He can't. It's not hockey. He can't change on the fly.
Yeah, but remember he had some Achilles issues. Again, we don't want to speculate.
Toussaint Sinon at the line, a couple of free throws made.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't like the reach-in fouls, but if you know, to me, when you grab a guy, you know you're trying to foul him, just reach in then. Don't, now you give them two and the ball back when you have momentum.
9-point lead for Alabama on the inbound. A little too strong rebound. Right. Millette too strong off the hands of Ian Jackson. Phylon. Didn't use the pick. Oh, that's sweet. I mean, that is just so sweet.
I love Ibinayo as a defender, but that's too much for him to carry.
16 for Phylon.
That is a huge load trying to guard a guy that speed.
Going to their strength. The big two. Hopkins and Ejiofor.
Great adjustment. Timeout. You don't want Bryce Hopkins catching that at the top of the key. He can make them, but Alabama's showing that they're allowing him to shoot threes.
18 for Hopkins. Phylon. I tell you what, it's the best pump faking team since Jay Wright's Villanova clubs from a couple of years ago.
Look, Wright's out. I think Allen's going to have to now. He's going to have to take up some of that slack. Good body there.
Millette kept it alive. Quick shot there. Wow. Rebound. Phylon got a clean look. No. And almost. Wow, look at that. There's a corner. Step back at the line. No. Rebound Jackson.
Probably the first mid-range shot all game long.
Jackson hard to the glass. Partially blocked by Allen. There's going to be a foul in the play. Looks like Holloway will get the call. His second.
I like this. Ian Jackson has inserted himself in this second half. Remember last year, ACC all-rookie team. He wasn't the most efficient, but he was on an 8-game stretch late December to mid-January, Dave, where he averaged almost 23 points a game. I mean, he's a gifted scorer, capable ball handler. You can see he can get downhill. Only thing is he just needs to shore up his defense on the other end, but he's going to be a terrific piece for Rick Pitino and St. John's this year.
8 points here in the half. And the rebound. London Jemison. Phylon. Being guarded by Dylan Mitchell. Picked by Allen. Phylon trying to shake. Old Bowen steps back. This is a long possession for Alabama.
It really is.
Jamison, 6-5-4. Phylon got to let it go. Tough shot with the left hand. No, rebound, Allen. Well done.
Tell you, an opportunity, when you have depth and guys who can really score, Reitzel goes out. He is not back out on the bench. Gives other guys a chance to get in there and get some shot attempts.
Tell you what, these Alabama guards have video game quickness.
Yeah.
Good challenge there. Going in.
Ibinayo, again, he's another one of those versatile guys. You can play him in 2 or 3 different spots. You see he puts the ball on the floor, can knock down a 3.
Phylon probing, gives to Holloway. Deep jack from outside, a little too strong. Kept alive, but St. John's comes away with it. Bo Bolin, the one that knocked it free. Here's Ejiofor, hadn't had a touch in a while. And looks like off the foot of an Alabama player. It'll be St. John's ball. Hopkins coming back into the lineup for St. John's, replacing Mitchell. So coming into the game for Alabama, Davion Hannah.
Back, remember, went out with that back.
Yeah,
he got hung on the rim and hit his back on the floor.
Hopkins and stepped out of bounds. So Alabama's biggest lead against Rick Pitino's club, 11 points. So Millette, Holloway, And you got Phylon, Bo Bowen. There's Phylon bringing it up. Millet's back in the game. Jamison's out there as well. Slip to the goal. Pump fake. Goes grass and a foul on the play. Tell you what, they are executing beautifully right now.
I'll tell you, one of the most difficult things in a game like this, if you're coming in off the bench, is to sustain that energy and that intensity that's on the floor for the guy that you're coming in for. It really is it's a real thing for guys coming in off the bench.
Bo Bowen, McDonald's All-American nominee back in 2023. Born in Egypt. Moved to Jericho, Vermont.
Yeah, moved there when he was 2 years old, though. He's been in Vermont long time now.
1 out of 2.
They have same climate, Alabama, Vermont, right?
Yeah. Jackson accelerating to Jackson with the make. There are your field goals for the half. Holloway got a step on Hopkins.
It's funny, you hear fans talking about making their free throws, yelling at St. John's players. Folks, they have taken 30. They've only missed 7, Dave.
Yeah. Holloway, and it looked like he was stepped on up around the neck on his right side. He did a great job to shake Hopkins. It's a speed mismatch. Non-shooting foul.
The crowd's reacting to the Jumbotron where it looked like he tripped over his own foot.
First foul on Hopkins. Sellers back the other way. There's an easy one.
Count it. Oh.
That was a retaliatory bump because it was initiated by Sellers with the old fend off. Holloway, his 3rd foul.
Talk about a collection of awesome athletes. How about the collection of hairstyles? It is.
I can't relate, I can tell you that.
I'm with you, man. I'm jealous.
Way past that time for me. 1 out of 2. Up-tempo ball game, not a surprise. Holloway.
Again, this is for E.B. Nile. This is a tough matchup.
And that play has worked out. Bowen should be a travel, and it is. But that particular play with the pick and he slips has worked really well for Alabama today.
Bo Bowen doesn't think he traveled. He's still trying to ask the ref. I think he tried to take a Euro step, and because he slowed down the way it looked, it didn't look natural. I agree with Bo Bowen on that one. Have to see it again.
3 turnovers each team here in the second half. Got it back. Jackson partially blocked. Was a block, and here comes the Crimson Tide. Holloway, he is tough. Oh, nice pass. Went for the dunk. Big thunder coming down by the big man. Here comes Jackson with the trailer. Nice save. Hopkins on the pump fake. They let him play. Bo Bowen with the rebound.
How about Allen with the block, though? Without fouling. Got a piece of that ball when Hopkins was going up.
Coming up on 10.5 to go. Holloway, tough shot. Lane, Travis got it.
The way he contorts his thing, and not just in basketball and music and art and everything else. Boy.
Prey off the bench for 3, and he hit it. That's good. Ruben Prey in Lisbon, Portugal.
He missed his first couple. Nice to see him keep shooting when he's that wide open. You got to let it go.
Holloway gives to Allen. Challenge, and he makes it off the glass. He beat 2 defenders.
Boy, he's going to be a special one.
Boy, don't blink in this game. Sellers turning the corner. Foul line jump is good.
Love it. That's great 2-man play right there. Prey just hit a 3. Got to play up into him. Sellers sees that, curls. Nice little mid-range pull-up.
Holloway. But Pray on him, trying to get by. Does. Lay it up. It's good. He fends off so well with that left elbow.
You can't keep switching no bigs onto him. It's no contest there.
Not at all. 19 for Holloway. And a jam. Back the other way, Dylan Mitchell. Back and forth we go at the Garden. 80-75. We still got 9 minutes to go. From way outside, just missed. Almost didn't even get rim. Allen with that shot. Sellers accelerates. And that's gonna count. He might have gotten away with a travel. There's also a bump, but they let him play.
Isaiah Sellers. Listen, Stanford, USC, everywhere he's been able to shoot the ball, catch and shoot. I think is more comfortable. He has shown, though, his mid-range game and now getting downhill, taking contact. That's how you stay on the floor for Rick Pitino.
The foul is on Holloway. Critical. 4th foul at the 8:50 mark. No delay of game.
And probably should have been. Once the player has the ball, you can't step in there. I think Millett made a mistake, but still, that's a...
And Reitzel's back. That's a good sign. Right here, trying to inbound, and does. Whoa, talk about a fend-off. Sherrill, boy, he hit the delete button, and down goes a St. John's player. That's his 4th. But right here, it was Pray. Oh, yeah. Good roller derby move.
That's a good call by the official.
Very good call.
To see that. Sometimes you start looking down the floor. Great call.
They've been down by as many as 11. St. John's has got it to a 2-point game. Pray for 3 in the lead. No, and a rebound by Bo Bowen.
That looked good, too.
Pylon hasn't touched in a while. Good matchup. He shakes. Euro step. Millett, 3-ball. No rebound. Let's see. It'll be Pray. And gets rid of it. Here comes St. John's the other way. Numbers they don't have. The trailer Sellers. St. John's down 2. In the corner. 3-ball. Yes! First lead since 38-37. Back in the first half. Quick counter again. Alabama fearless. Reitzel. 3-ball in and out. Rebound comes to Philon. Philon step. Down low to Williamson. In trouble.
Boy, that ball keeps moving.
Bo Bowen down low. Fade away. Good off the glass. Never-ending action here at the Garden.
Tell you what, that ball does not stop moving for either team. They are swinging it, getting touches. Guys are moving without it so well.
82-81. Oh, what a block.
Pay the right guys to play the right way. I've had a lot of expensive cars that didn't run. Look, you can spend a lot of money and look good on paper, but if your car doesn't run, it ain't doing you any good sitting in the garage. You need something that drives. So credit to their staff.
Look for the alley-oop to Pray, and they get it to him with 9 on the shot clock. Pray will take it himself. Rubin, tough shot. Got to shoot it. Pray, 3-ball. Yes! Wow! 84-82 St. John's. St. John's 26-13 run after Bama had its biggest lead at 69-58. I was joking yesterday with Rick Pitino. I said this could be a 110-105. We could be in that neighborhood before you know it. Nice play. Going to the basket, going hard.
You can't guard Holloway and Philon Jr. with one guy. First of all, Ruben Pray, great job staying in there. This is one breakdown. William just didn't get out far enough on Pray. But on the other end, you cannot guard. Ibi and Ayo cannot guard their guards. I love him as a defender. Holloway, White Soul Jr., and Firelon Jr., you cannot guard them with one guy. Great job by Ruben Prey. Crowd's giving him love. He deserves his flowers. But these guards for Alabama, you need help defending them.
If you don't, you're just going to get cooked.
Layups. Yeah, someone has to step in behind. Problem is, you come off of a three-point shooter, Dave, and you don't want to.
Right.
I will say, in this half, though, Alabama's 1 for 9 from three-point range. They haven't found their shooting touch on this end in this half.
Scores tied. St. John's with possession, trying to get the lead back. 7 ties in this ball game. Ejiofor back in the game.
And Nate Oates waved off the challenge because you only get one. They didn't want to use it up again in a close game. Smart.
Good penetration there by Dylan Mitchell. Took the bump. He'll draws a foul. And that'll be the 7th foul, 1-1 in effect. So both teams 1-1 the rest of the way.
And that's important. You know, it makes Alabama that much harder to guard because you know how they get downhill, but also St. John's is so physical.
Look at this. Mitchell got the loose ball and he got fouled again. He'll go to the line.
And there really is no advantage for either team shooting the rest of the way. Both teams know how to get there.
Firelon with his 4th. Holloway's got 4. That's a big development for both of these teams. Be interesting to see next time St. John's has the ball. Thinking that if Firelon is still in there, here comes Holloway. Firelon will get a blow here.
And this will be the 50th free throw of the game. In a game that's been up and down.
St. John's second half free throw, 6 for 12. So St. John's back in the lead, coming up on the 6.5 mark. Glad you've joined us here at the Garden. Dave Sims, Danny Marshall, and company here at Madison Square Garden. This is the kind of game I thought it could be. Holloway's playing 4 fouls in traffic. Yes! What a game he is having.
Just makes it look so easy.
21 points. Aiden Holloway, deep jack from outside, and then drops for Sellers. Back and forth we go, 87-86.
Zion Sellers has that mid-range game. We've seen it a couple times already in this half, especially. He can stop on a dime and pull
Here's
up.
the matchup. He said it's not going to work. Here's a 3-ball. Back rim, rather. Right cell back in the game. Good to see him. Oh, he a little leverage off there. Bowen outside. Got a great look and buried a triple.
How about the unselfishness of this Alabama team? They don't have a shot. They swing it. They find a teammate.
Ejiofor double team. Fights it off. Spun into traffic. Missed the shot. Here comes a tie. Tied with numbers. Right cell for 3. Missed everything.
I mean, that is modern day basketball. You got a 3-on-1 and you pull up from 3.
Step back, fade away, no good. And the rebound goes to Allen. Keep in mind, Holloway's got 4 fouls. Wow, another deep jack. That was by Millett. Well, Nate Oates wants him, would you say, the first available good shot, no matter where it is in the clock, how early.
This is when your conditioning comes into play right here. Who's taking care of their bodies?
Ejiofor, deep 3. Didn't go, and the rebound goes to Allen.
This is when games are won. Inside of 5 minutes, if you can outlast your opponent in a close game, conditioning so important. It's what you start doing in June and July. You win these games in June and July, Dave Sims.
Indeed. Nice setup, beautiful setup. Bowen converts on a lovely pass from Holloway. He's got 17.
But wow, Terrific job, both sides.
Keep in mind, Holloway is in the game. He's got 4 fouls. Philon is not in the game. Here's Jackson. That's for Alabama. 9 on the shot clock, under 4 to go, and it didn't go there. And a rebound by Reitzel. He's hassled there. Sellers on the miss.
Great move, just a little too strong.
Reitzel down the lane.
Look at that.
Good awareness of where his teammates are. Shot clock at 15, coming up with 3.5 to go in the ball game. Holloway, deep 3, wide left, rebound. Goes to St. John's, Ian Jackson. Sellers down low. Ejiofor hasn't scored in almost 14, almost 15 minutes.
St. John's there. It's one less guy on the perimeter they have to worry about. But Zuby Ejiofor has to get more touches. Only 2 field goals the last 11 minutes of this game.
6 for 9 at the line for Ejiofor. Got that one to go. Zuby's first points in the last 14-13. And yet St. John's is still within reach here. Holloway was just outstanding today.
Yeah, that's a tough one. He was calling for help too. As soon as that ball came across half court, he saw Ejiofor in front of him. Teammates just didn't hear him.
So Philon and Reitzel in the backcourt here for Alabama. Tied with the ball up by 3. Coming up with 3 minutes to go. Philon. Willett. Shot clock at 12. Philon. Passes up on the pick. Fade. Fire. Got it.
It's only their second mid-range shot of the game.
He's got 20. 93-88.
77 field goal attempts. It's their second mid-range shot.
Prey in the game. Ejiofor is out. Who's going to be the go-to guy? Jackson lost control. Turnover, get a man ahead. He sees him. It's Philon to the bucket. Lay it up in the left hand and draws the foul.
Well, they know how to get fouled. These guards for Alabama know how to get you in an uncomfortable spot. They get you on your heels. They hit you with the shoulder and their bicep and still have a chance to finish. That is a sign of just great guard play. Boy, oh boy.
Sellers foul, his third. I'll tell you what, if you're getting your first look at Alabama here today, you may want to tune into some SEC basketball the rest of the season.
Now, just to give everyone at home some context, they were picked to finish 4th in the SEC.
So that tells you, got Florida, Kentucky, and Tennessee picked ahead of them. It's going to be a heck. And Florida's a defending national champion. Terrific game by Philon. Holloway is fouled out. Philon, 22 points, matches his career best. So back into the game, London Jemison with Philon. Much for defense as anything. So Hopkins and Ejiofor in the game here. Crunch time here for St. John's. Yeah. Ejiofor, spin dribble in the lane. Oh, no.
A wedgie.
It's going to be Bama ball. Boy, of all the things that could happen, that was at the bottom of the list.
Yeah. Wedgies are never good.
In multiple realms.
Yeah. In basketball or in the school cafeteria. Wedgies never good.
All right, here's Philon. 2:10 to go in the ball game. 95-88.
That's where I'd like to see a jump ball. I'd like to see them bring it to the middle, throw that ball up, and forget that possession.
A step back. Oh, deadly shot by Philon. Wow. $1:50 to go. He's got 25, and the Tide leads by 10. Loose ball. Who wants it more? It's going to be Reitzel. Lay it up. Countdown. Alabama taking over. The Crimson Tide getting it done. A 9-0 run by Alabama.
Talk about the nail in the coffin. This is just...
You bet. That was a classic. Who wants it more? You got to get on the floor. And this is a kid that came back from He took a shot on a leg. It looked like a leg problem.
Yeah.
And he has come back strong here these last few minutes.
And he really is. There are a bunch of guys on this Alabama team you could say are difference makers. But Latrell Wrightsell Jr., again, he gives them just a different look. Veteran presence.
Coming up on a minute and a half to go. Alabama at a hundo. And look at this rebound. Stripped away. That's at the 5:44 mark. And what a turnaround. Rebound. Goes to Sellers. They need points and need them quickly. That's a start. Dylan Mitchell. 1:20 to go. Full court pressure. Desperation time for St. John's.
Yeah,
100-90.
I'm not sure who you foul, you know, if you're St. John's. The clock is just eating away.
Wrightsell. They wedge off with their shoulders so well, these guards. It's unreal.
They really do. They create so much great space when they get into your body.
Partially blocked. Hopkins missed the jam, but he got fouled. Uh-oh, went grabbing his right shoulder.
It's a great job by Hopkins to go up strong and try to dunk that ball. You can't try to lay it up. You're going to get a lot of calls when you go hard versus trying to just finger roll or just softly get that ball over the rim.
Bill Bowen with the foul, his third.
Tell you what,
Hopkins with just 3 points in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it really did change, and that's the problem you have when your guards have 8 points at halftime. You go in and say, we need guard help. Finding the balance was the struggle for St. John's in the second half. Clearly, keeping Ejiofor and Hopkins involved, and then also having your guards step up. They just couldn't figure it out.
Rick Pitino, talking to him yesterday at the practice, was concerned about their guards, and it proved to be right on the money.
Listen, Alabama has taken 19 more field goals than St. John's. 19 more field goal attempts.
There you go. There's your story. Find the open man. Millette. Boy, second half. .28 seconds. Take him right to the basket. No good. Ejiofor has it stolen. Alabama ball, and this will seal it right here. No need to shoot. And they give the foul. We got some Tide fans here, and boy, they are digging this. Madison, I expected that one or both of these teams would get tripled by Holloway fouling out of the ball game, and he was fantastic in the backcourt. Wrightsell, boy, he was just sterling coming off the bench. 17 points. All Alabama here. Final 13 seconds. This is a resounding win for the 15th ranked Crimson Tide of Alabama.
60 free throws taken in this game. 6-0.
And how about this? Hopkins and Zuby, 36 points combined first half, 10 the second half. Yikes.
Yeah, finding the balance, but if you look at what the guards did, the guards stepped up after only having 8 points in that first half. They just couldn't
get it all together, couldn't sync up. This is a super impressive win by Alabama.
Without question. You know, listen, St. John, you would never say you're going to score 94 points and lose. It just doesn't happen. You're not going to run into that many teams, probably any teams in the Big East, that are going to score that many points. So you can't hang your head if you're St. John's. But look, now you have a scale in which to kind of weigh where you are in the season. It's early.
A resounding win here. The Alabama Crimson Tide, and that'll do it. The Tide roll.